As you know, we've identified another suspect in that case in the Salisbury poisonings, a man called Denis Sergeyev. And I just want to say that we do believe that all the suspects should be handed over for justice. And I should point out to people in Russia who've been behind this that Russia has already paid a heavy price in the sense that there was the biggest ever diplomatic expulsion in response to the Skripal poisonings, with 28 countries expelling 153 diplomats around the world. But they should recognise that our sense that justice must be done is not abated. And Dawn Sturgis, an innocent member of the British public, died in that event, and we want to see those suspects handed over.
Prime Minister, last winter we had a COVID crisis. This winter we might have another one of those, as well as a fuel crisis. We have supply chain disruption from Brexit with a shortage of lorry drivers. Now food suppliers are warning of shortages of frozen meats, even Christmas turkey due to a sudden shortage of carbon dioxide. The perfect storm of Brexit, COVID and gas shortages leading us to a winter of discontent.
The problem that we've got at the moment is really a function of the global economy waking up after a long state of suspended animation, cryogenic freezing during COVID.
Yes.
Ships haven't been moving, trade hasn't been taking place, there's a global shortage of HGV drivers.
You've explained that a lot in the past couple of days,
and
but
so what's happening
are worried
now,
about how it's going to affect their lives.
Correct, and I totally understand that, and I sympathise with people's anxieties, but I do want to reassure people that supply chains are very secure, and we'll make sure that we do everything we can to support those. There are specific issues that the government needs to address, such as the CO2 shortage. It is important for various sectors, the drinks industry, the food industry. We're looking at what we can do to sort that out. Then there's the whole question of the energy price spikes, the hydrocarbon
bills going up
price
£139 in October, on
that
top of NI rises, universal credit cuts, inflation. I mean, life's getting harder for Britons under your premiership, isn't it?
No, what you're seeing...
You don't think life's getting harder
what
for
you're
people?
Seeing is, first of all, we've got the fastest growing economy in the G7.
But you don't think people are having a hard time?
As the OECD has confirmed. And yes, I know how tough it can be for people at times, but we think that the best way forward for the country is to do what we're doing now, to keep opening up the economy. And what you're seeing, Beth, is wages rising now for the first time in decades. They've been stagnant. They've been stagnant for a very long time.
Universal credit card.
That's
and
right.
Inflation is rising.
And
people are going to feel poorer.
We would much rather see wages are rising faster, Beth, and we would much rather see people getting paid well with high-wage, high-skilled jobs and controlled immigration, rather than low-wage, low-skilled jobs with uncontrolled immigration.
Just in terms of supplies, can you guarantee the lights will stay on, people won't have fuel shortages?
Yes, I can.
Because the British Chamber of Commerce have said that the factories are already discussing a permanent reduction in operating capacity, such as 3 or 4 day working weeks. Is that going to happen this winter?
I'm very confident in our supply chains. I'm very confident that we'll be able to keep energy supplies going. There is a short-term problem caused by the hydrocarbon price spike, the gas price spike, caused basically by the huge demand in Asia. But the market, Beth, is going to start fixing it. But in the meantime, the government will do everything we can to help people, to help fix it, to make sure that we smooth things over.
On the plane over, you didn't rule out that this could take months to resolve. Now, months to me goes into Christmas, and all the shortages Bernard Mathers and the like were talking about turkeys, etc. Is it going to last for months, and could it affect Christmas?
I think the supply chains are very secure. I think that the British food industry is fantastically...
So Bernard Mathers is wrong when it says it might have to cancel Christmas.
I don't think we're going to have any problems on that scale. I think what we need to do is... No, I'm not. I think we need to work very, very hard with the companies concerned to make sure that we address their problems. That's what Kwasi Kwarteng, the business secretary, is doing.
Just to be clear...
Let's be clear what's happening. This is a function of growth that you're seeing around the world caused by the returning
I
confidence
understand that, but what
we're
viewers
seeing
will be worried
caused by
about
the end
is,
of
are my
the
bills
COVID
going
pandemic.
up? Am I going to have shortages? Am I not going to be able to get food? Is my job going to be under threat because factories are having to... that's what they're worried
yes,
about.
I understand
they want
that,
your
Beth, and I'm sure that you will do your level best to convey my reassurance and this is... I really don't believe that is justified. And when you talk about employment, for instance, actually what you're seeing is record numbers of jobs being created. You're seeing people coming off furlough in huge numbers, and you're seeing wages rise, which is a great thing.
I'm afraid I'm really short on time.
What we also want to do is invest in people's skills and have a high-wage, high-skilled economy.
Christmas is on. We're not going to turn the lights off. There's no food shortages. It's all going to sort out, and you're going to sort it out. Trade deal. Can I just quickly move on to that? I was a bit confused about this because the US-UK trade deal was a great Brexit win, and now it's on the back burner. You said President Biden has many fish to fry. Global Britain to you, then, is small fry to the US?
Come on, Beth. Look, I think you're right. You're on the first trip 2 years ago when the Americans wouldn't even buy British beef. And we've lifted that ban.
Yeah, but...
come on. And one of our most significant exports is Scotch whisky. We've lifted the tariffs on Scotch whisky.
We were first in the queue in 2017, and now you can't guarantee what we'll get a Brexit deal in 5 years?
One of the biggest and longest running problems in US-UK trading relations was the Airbus-Boeing dispute, and we fixed that too.
Okay, you have made those points.
You're entitled to your gloom, but you're wrong, because what you're seeing is a massive improvement in trading relations, and that's going to continue. And of course, we're going to keep going for a free trade deal as fast as we can.
Are you going to get this done by 2024?
We're going to keep going for a free trade deal as fast as we can.
So 5 years after Brexit, your big trade deal with the US, you cannot guarantee you'll get it done in this
We've done about 70 free trade deals already.
Yeah. And Australia's worth £20 billion a year.
And don't forget that we've already...
America's $200 billion.
I think most of our viewers, Beth, will think that it's pretty good to have lifted the ban on British beef, to have sorted out the Scotch whisky tariffs, and we're talking about major exports to the UK.
So you're going to get it done by 2024? You're not going to commit to it?
We will keep going with free trade deals around the world, including in the United States. And I have, plenty of reason to be optimistic about that. But I just, that the Americans do negotiate very hard. What I want for our country is a great free trade deal, and I won't settle for anything less.
Well, you might not get it done by your end of your premiership.
Well, we're going to go as fast as we can.
Okay, thank you very much.